Hey guys, good morning. Did you survive Thanksgiving? I did. Uh, Actually, I didn't like completely go off the rails. I, so I am vegan, right? So I don't eat meat. That means I don't eat meat. Uh, I don't eat dairy. It's all uh, basically just vegetables. You know, plant-based food, right? And but I go off script sometimes. I do like to have eggs. I like scrambled eggs once in a while, and I won't say no to a cheese pizza. That's really hard to pass that up. So I'm not like really super strict about it, but yesterday I had I think I had like three pieces of pie, three slices of pie. Um, I had an apple pie and I had a pumpkin pie, and they were fantastic. They were very good. Um, so yeah, good Thanksgiving. I hope yours was good as well. Hey Angie, good morning. This morning I got a couple of things. Oh, okay. Hey Matt. All right, I'm gonna check out your Thanksgiving dinner. Let's take a look. I have to open up a separate browser. I guess I could just look at my phone. How's the audio? Because I had to re-add my background music, and I had to reset it. So I'm hopefully it's not too loud, or it's not loud enough, or let me know what it sounds like. I don't see you, Matt. Where is it? I usually see your posts, but I'm not seeing the. Oh wait, no, that's not it. Everybody's posting their Thanksgiving dinners. Well, I'll have to look for it later. Uh, anyway, brunch, nice. Yeah, I didn't either. I didn't. It's just like I forget to take pictures sometimes. So I need to get right to it this morning. I've got a couple of things going on. I've got a banner. Oh, let's check out the link. Why can't I click on it? Trying to find it. Well, it won't let me click on the link for some reason. Just go back. Should be able to see it under. Where are you? I don't see you on here. Well, I'll have to look for it later. Um, anyway, I've got a banner for a client, and then I've got some comic book stuff. I did I sold several comic commissions on my last Whatnot show, and I'm finishing those up today. That's the plan. And let me see where my can't I ever find anything when I'm on my... Here we go. Bologna gravy. That's the best. I think that would probably ruin me if I ate it. But, yeah. So, I'm trying to... I have to replace a color on here. Where to do that? Used to be a replace color, and I don't use it very often, so kind of don't remember where to find it now. Guess I have to look it up. I usually don't have to look anything up on Photoshop. Hue saturation. I don't think that's what I wanted. Well, hopefully, Zach and Mariah are feeling better soon. Do they have the COVID? Mask. Here it is. Image. Adjustments. So that's the color. There we go. That's better. It had this weird kind of puke green back here, which I did not like. Oh yeah, that's the worst. I mean, I know a little. I mean, we both know about they bring home, the kids when they bring home all this stuff, this junk. It's usually at the beginning of the school year. It seems to be the worst. Like they come home and first couple of weeks there's some bug, something running around. I don't think my kids really got sick much this year yet. I think they had a couple of little things like colds, but this year hasn't been too bad. Let's do a drop shadow. I think it's worse when they're little too. Like in high school, it doesn't seem to be quite as rampant. Just because the little kids are so dirty anyways. You know, it's a little bit better in high school, but it was always bad when they were in grade school because they were constantly bringing stuff home. That looks pretty good. I'll do a little something on the sale text. That's weird. I'll have to look at that, Matt. I don't know, because I see your posts once in a while on Instagram, or maybe it's Facebook that I see all your stuff. I do see your like, I see your posts. I just don't remember where. Let's do a little outer glow on the sale. Possibly. Yeah, that looks not great. Do black instead. So anyway, we watched a little bit of the. I usually turn on the Macy's Day Parade in the morning. I don't like sit and watch it necessarily, but I don't know. It's just kind of a tradition to have it on because it's pretty corny stuff for the most part. But I don't know. It's just kind of like it. So this client leans toward very clean designs. So I'm trying to not get too crazy with these. Kind of tone down all these graphics a little bit in the background, so it's just a little more subtle. So that's one. I think I'm just gonna get rid of these other ones. Save this as a new file. Cyber Monday. So this is liquidation banner. All right, that needs to go in here too. Banner 1. Let's see if we can put together two more. I like to go to Adobe stock to try to get some ideas. Let's see what they have. Let's just write clearance sale. A lot of these are really over the top. I'm going to try to find something that's a little classier and not so in your face. I mean, that's kind of cool. It's nice. I think I'm going to ask them if they want any products shown. This is a good client, but they tend to not give me a lot. I have to kind of pull information from them sometimes. Some clients are everything is very descriptive. You know, they have got a creative brief and whatnot. And this one is a good client, but she just doesn't really say much. They just basically want a banner for liquidation sale, and so try to find a little more detail on that. That's kind of a nice design. The key to a really good banner is that it has something compelling in the graphic that pops out, but it can't be cluttered. It really needs to be clean and simple, because these ads, they have to catch your attention in the same moment that they can understand what they're reading, right? They can't be too complicated. You've only got a second to get their attention and to communicate to them. So that's why a lot of these graphics that you find on stock art sites, they're a good starting point, but I don't recommend just grabbing one and using it, because you're just not going to get the return that you want. I may just create one just from scratch. That's kind of has some potential. Let's do it. Let's get this one. Gotta let my dog in. I finally broke down and traded in my phone for the new iPhone 17, I guess. I had mine for like 6 or 7 years. It was iPhone 10, I think, and it just kind of really stopped working. And I know that's what Apple does. They build these things so that they basically expire after a few years. So whatever. I mean, I don't like having to spend that much money on phones. It's just kind of crazy. Alright, so we're gonna get rid of that. We're gonna change the color here to where's that other banner? These are their brand colors, so I'm just gonna grab that code. This color. What I think I'll do is simplify this gradient a little bit also. Back part of it just a little bit lighter. Just so we have some definition on this ribbon. I think we need this little thing here. Liquidation. Font is Montserrat. Use that light blue. All right. $18.20 by $3.25. That is the size of this banner. $18.20 by $3.25. So I'm going to create one here in Illustrator. Rulers. Change that to pixels. 1820. Is that again? 325, I think. 325. So that's the actual size of the banner. since this is a vector graphic, I can kind of play around with it a little bit more. Fill out the whole height of the banner. Stretch this out. What does that look like? Back a little bit on the angle if I can. A little wider. Like giving the client 2 or 3, usually 3 options, so they feel like they're getting some choice here, not just this is what you get, but here are some of the possibilities. So what I'm doing here is I'm creating a mask to crop the background. I'll just grab all of it. So now it's all cropped within this object. Know if I really like this line here either. It's kind of let's fix that. That's the thing about stock art, is some of it is really mass produced, and the designers they're not really taking a lot of time to make sure things are correct. And that's just something to be aware of. Why is it doing that? That's weird. Fixed. Fix this little weird line here too. Cover that up. too fond of any of these little effects here. Just doesn't make sense with the rest of the design. And again, it's just about simplifying the graphic. Just super important for banner ads, social media ads. I think that it wouldn't make a difference, but it really does. So it's a little too loud. Alright. I can fix that. Yeah, I had to reload it, and of course it changed the settings. How about now? Does it sound a little better? Take it down some more. Oh, you know why? I think I've got two files running. So I'm going to turn that one off. Oh, I see. How about now? Does that sound better? Or no, that's my speaker. I don't want to turn that down. Yeah, I shut it off by mistake. I turned it back on though. See if we can make that a little bit. Put a little overlay on top of that also. Have it set for, it's at 29, or no, it's at 32.32 right now, music. Just a little bit of a here. So now I took that stock art and just made some few little changes to it. I think I want to do something else with this line. Give it just a little bit of an edge there. Get rid of that one. I'll just duplicate that, flip it. How is the music now? Is it? I just want it to be like very much in the background. I'm gonna lighten this up a bit too. Centered, okay. All right, great. Come on. Just trying to make sure this is centered. That's why I've got this little line here. Seems to be the quickest way to measure. Alright, that's close enough. And then let's make sure this sale text is centered. It is not. Ooh, I got really screwed up. There's the problem. Now I see why I couldn't join those pieces. So that's now centered. Now I need to just adjust these little lines. And I'm going to save that. It's almost 11 o'clock already. Liquidation sale. Liquidation sale banner. No, I don't want to save it as an SVG. Liquidation sale banner. Save that as an Adobe Illustrator file. Then I'm going to export that. Oh, I need to adjust. Had a little bit of a white edge on the top. Now it's on the bottom. All right. Must be this part here. Just extend that out a little bit. Much better. And we'll call that 2. And we'll call this one just get rid of that. And that one is banner 1. So I have one more to do, but I think before I end the live stream, I did want to give you guys a little switch gears here and give you a little preview of what's coming up. So I'm doing several commissions from my last Whatnot show, 6 total, and they are sketch card covers. This one, this is just a reference image. It's for Sabrina. That's the last one. Oh, looks like I think my mouse just died. had another cord here somewhere. Did bring one up. Alright. So I'm kind of dead in the water for a minute. I'm gonna have to step away and grab my phone cord so I can plug in my mouse. So enjoy the Sabrina the Teenage Witch preliminary cover with the photo reference. I'll be back in a moment. Alright, I found it. Just gotta plug it in. I have this, I guess you call it the Magic Mouse, which is pretty nice because it really prevents the carpal tunnel, which I used to have years ago. So it's definitely been a big help, but it went dead, so I had to find a cord to plug it in. Anyway, thanks for your patience. So I wanted to give you a quick rundown of these new commissions that I'm probably going to finish today. This is the last one I have to work on. This is not Sabrina. It's something I found online, but it's the pose that I like, so I'm going to sort of loosely base the drawing on this particular pose. And then we have Indiana Jones, which is going to be fun to ink. And we have Lobo from DC Comics. Alright. And then we've got Hulk. And this was based on a Jack Kirby drawing that I just sort of repurposed a little bit. I am going to put a little after Kirby in the signature. I don't know if I still have the image. I think I might have. Oh, here it is. So there, I'll show you the original. There's the original Jack Kirby drawing. I'm just going to scoot him over a little bit. So I basically used that pose and, you know, redrew it with my own style. That's long hair 1970s Hulk, my personal favorite, hippie Hulk. And then this is a Watchmen cover, which is also going to be a after Dave Gibbons, because I pulled a panel from the book and expanded it and added some more detail and a background. So that one's going to be fun to ink. And the last one is Emma Frost, which is just kind of a profile image. You know, I was just trying to draw this really beautiful character, but somehow make her also deeply evil. So it's a tough one, but I think I pulled it off. But anyway, so those are the ones I'm working on currently, and I will share those on my Patreon page when they're completed. So I hope you give that a look. And I think that's it for today. Thanks for hanging out. I appreciate your support. You can find me on Patreon, Beyond Forward Comics. You can look me up there. I have an Etsy store. You can see the links that pop up from time to time on the live stream. You can click on those. Also, my eBay store is very active. I have new listings daily over there. You can look me up under Beyond Forward Art at eBay if you're looking for original art. Stretches back all the way to the 1990s. My time at Malibu Comics, Marvel, Dark Horse, Image, other publishers. There's a lot of stuff. Pretty wide variety of original art and art prints to choose from. So, hope to see you there. Hope to see you back here. I will be back on the live stream Monday, 10 a.m. And I also have a Whatnot show Monday at 7, where I will be offering some discounts on commissions. So if you are interested in getting in early on the starting bids are pretty low. And so yeah, it's a good opportunity to get some really high quality commissioned art for less. So I'm trying to build up the Whatnot, and to do that, I am offering some pretty great discounts on these items. So that's that. Hope you have an awesome weekend. Hope you get some good Black Friday deals. If you're out fighting amongst the unwashed masses for your 75-inch TV or or whatnot. Hope that goes well. Otherwise, I'll see you back here Monday.